We had done our research with regards to Kareem, and we thought at the appropriate time, for all the information that we did have, listening to his story, listening to how truly remorseful he was with regards to the egregious act that transpired, knowing that once he comes here, there is no guarantees, but what he's going to do is he's going to earn your respect and everybody's respect within the Cleveland Browns organization by his actions and not his words. And I've always lived this, is at the end of the day, if a player can leave not only as a good player, but a better person at the end of the day, you've done your job, and that's what we're attempting to do here. So right now, I feel very comfortable with this signing.
John Dorsey talking about Kareem Hunt. And Andy Baskin made a good point today, I thought, that when you hear guys showing remorse, the first reaction is to not believe them.
Apparently that's not John Dorsey's first reaction.
No, but most people, no, I think it's the other way around. What?
Oh, I mean, listen, I
don't you wonder if the guy really means it?
I mean, he was in Kansas City talking with reporters after this happened. He certainly didn't own it then, maybe because he also hadn't owned it to his own organization.
Right.
The remorse followed the release of the video. And I'm not saying that that means it's fake, but from an outsider standpoint, yeah, I would look at it that way. Listen, I understand the Dorsey, who knows him, who drafted him, but this notion that, you know, they're doing it only to help him become a better person is just, you know.
Does anybody believe that?
I think we all know better than that.
I mean, listen, John Dorsey's a religious man, so I've heard say because of that he does mean that. But if Kareem Hunt wasn't a good football player, would he feel that way?
No, no, certainly not. You probably wouldn't sign him. You wouldn't have him taking up a roster spot. You wouldn't be waiting for the league to determine whether he's going to be suspended and for how long.
And by the way,
these are all done because the guy has value to the Cleveland Browns, and it looks from the outside like they have favored, you know, value over character and
from a football standpoint, clearly he makes them a better team.
Sure. Yeah, there's no. I mean, based on what we saw when he came in here last year to play against the Browns, it looked like the best player on the field.
We've talked about this for a couple of weeks, but in talking to people who know, and you and I, we're not professionals at this. Are we professionals in anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
But if we were, the fact that, you know, you hear some people say, well, he's from Cleveland and he's home and that'll be better. I'm not so sure in his case.
Well, one of the concerns about him in Kansas City was, and the Chiefs, I'm told by people out there, tried to get him to not come back to Cleveland.
Just to visit.
Since this is where during the off season, they wanted him to stay in Kansas City because this is where the incident happened, and this is where his family and friends are. And if you haven't had a chance to read sort of his personal background and some of the things that people in his family have been involved in over the years, then you might not understand what they mean by that. But we'll see. I mean, it's not always the best thing to be back around the guys that you can't say no to at times.
Yeah, you grew up with them. It is kind of tough. What do you do, though, if you're the Cleveland Browns, who the league makes a mistake here by not making a decision and letting the Browns or any other team know exactly what they're up against?
Well, they're not finished with their investigation. We can only surmise, right? Because they haven't handed down a punishment yet. I said that I would like to see the league tell teams when somebody's on the inactive or commissioner's list or whatever you want to call it, you cannot sign them until a suspension has been handed down.
It's hard to believe that rule's in effect.
It doesn't happen all the time because, you know, as we saw with Josh Gordon, he was already under contract to the Cleveland Browns. So that took that temptation away from other teams to go offer him something and then claim that you're only offering him something. He has to earn everything that you're going to give him. And once a guy with that kind of talent is in the building, then it becomes easier, I think, to sort of make these allowances. Like, is he doing everything? He said he would, and he's not really? He's not going to get on the field until he does? Is that real? I mean, if Nick Chubb gets hurt and Kareem Hunt is there, is he not going to get on the field if he isn't doing everything they say? That's hard to believe.
Yeah. Let's go